Hello student, welcome to Amit sir physics class. Okay. Today we are beginning with the new topic, that is ninth topic. Okay. So it is ninth topic, ray optics and optical instrument. Okay. So already in the 10th standard. Okay. So I will just revise the things in maybe 10th standard. In 10th standard, okay, you have learned with light. Okay, and you have encountered with different types of mirrors and then lenses. Okay, and then you have the prism. Okay, and then rainbow. Okay, so these are what the things you have already learned in your 10th standard. Okay, in this 12th standard you are going to learn a little bit the same phenomena but with larger explanation, or you have to deal with some equations also. You have to deal with some different equations which are associated with this different phenomena. Okay, maybe light, mirror, lens and the prism. Okay, so ray optics is the branch. Yeah, so I will write it down here. You have to discuss here the things about light, mirrors and how the images are formed. When you look into the mirror, this images form. So how that image is formed, why you cannot touch that image, or why you cannot take that image on the screen itself. Okay, so here you are going to learn the different kinds of image. There are two kinds of images only, the real images and the virtual images. So first of all I will tell you what is the meaning of the ray. Okay, so ray is nothing but a light. Okay, you can say a streamline of a light particle. Okay, that means if you consider this is the torch. Okay, if this is the this is actually the torch. Okay, if you consider this is a torch, so what will happen when you switch on? So light will come out from this. Okay, so this light is nothing but the beam itself. This light is nothing but a beam, and that beam is made up of these small rays. Okay, that we call, and these rays are made up of, actually the light is made up of the particle. Okay, so particle of light is nothing but the photon. Okay, unlike all the atoms or the nucleus or the matters are made up of the atoms, and atoms are made up of the what, subatomic particles like electron, protons and the neutrons. Same way light is made up of particle, and that particle is known as what, photon. When you make it on, so there are so many photons are emitted like this. Okay, and if you join all those photons you will get the ray, simple ray. And if you take a collection of such a rays, then it is called as what, a beam of the light. Okay, so when such a light incident on the plane surface, mirror, it get reflected, bounce back, or it will pass through that medium. Okay, it will change its direction. So those phenomena we are going to learn here again. Okay, then first of all, what is meaning of optics? Okay, so the branch of physics which deals with a study of light and interaction with mirrors and lenses. Okay, that means whenever the light incident on the mirror or the lenses, okay, so what will happen to that particular light or the ray of light. Okay, so that branch of physics is known as what, optics. And here the optics branch is divided into again two category, that is ray optics, that is nothing but this topic. Okay, and another one is what, a wave optics, and wave optics. Okay, so here light, you have to consider light as a ray, and here you have to consider light as a wave. Okay, and by considering the light as a ray, that means a single streamline or straight line, in the form of straight line. By considering the ray optics, or maybe by considering the light as a ray, in ray optics you are going to explain reflection, refraction, refraction, how the rainbows are formed, rainbows formation, okay, rainbows formation, and then total internal reflection, okay, and how microscope works, microscope or maybe telescope, how the microscope and telescope works. So this is known as what? Total internal reflection. So this all the phenomena you have to explain by considering the light as a simple ray, okay. And now light as a wave, that means light is traveling in the form of wave. If you are considering the light as a wave instead of this ray, then you have to explain diffraction, interference, and then polarization. You have to explain such a things, okay. It means what? If you are considering the light as a wave, you can only able to explain all those phenomena, and if you are considering the light as a ray, you are only able to explain these all the phenomena. By considering the wave, you cannot explain these all the phenomena, and by considering the ray, you cannot explain this, okay. So wave property is different and the ray property is different, okay. So in this topic we are focusing on this phenomena, okay, and 10th topic that deals with what? The wave optics or wave nature of the light, okay. So these all the phenomena we are going to learn in the next topic. So in this topic we are going to concentrate on these phenomena, okay. So let's start with the first one, okay, that is a reflection, okay. So meaning of reflection. So first phenomena is here, and mirror, okay. I think have you such a kind of a mirror is there, okay, and behind that there is what? A transparent, there is what? Color actually. That means when the light strikes over here, it cannot pass through that mirror, it will reflect, bounce back, okay. So this phenomena is known as what? A reflection. So if you consider the first one, a reflection of light, okay. So the definition of this reflection of light is the phenomena in which light incident on a smooth surface, it bounce back in the same medium. This phenomena is known as what? A reflection of light, okay. So consider, if you are considering this is a mirror, okay, where the behind portion of the mirror is opaque, that means not transparent, okay. Now whenever the light hits, when the light incident on this mirror, okay, it will reflected as in this manner, okay. So it means what? This is what the point of incident. So I will mention here, this is a point of incident, and this is a mirror, okay, and this ray is incident. So that's why I will mention here incident ray. This is incident ray, and this ray is reflected, bounce back. So this ray is known as what? A reflected ray, correct. Now at the point of incident you have to draw a normal, okay. Normal means what? On this surface, okay, suppose this is a line, and if you want to draw the normal on this line, then you have to make the perpendicular line that makes exactly 90 degree, with surface, okay. So here I will draw a normal exactly at the point of incident of this incident light, okay. So wherever the light first hits on the surface, on that point you have to draw the normal, so I will write it down here, normal, okay. Then the angle between the normal and the incident ray is known as angle of incident, and angle between the reflected ray and the normal is known as what? Angle of reflection, okay. So here angle of incident, angle of reflection, okay. So better I will show you this phenomena, okay. Now I don't think so whether it is visible or not, okay. So let me pour some So this is the plane mirror, okay, and this is a laser, okay, you can see here. Okay, so this is a ray of light, okay, and this is a mirror, okay. So when the light hits on this plane surface, it is reflected back, okay. So you can see here, okay, I don't think so that whether it is visible or not, but okay, so let me do something. Okay, so you can see here, okay, now it is exactly visible, okay, you can compare this, okay. So this is incident ray and this is a reflected ray, okay. So this is a reflection, this is what, a reflection, okay. So when the light incident on the plane surface, it is reflected back, okay, and there are certain laws, okay, that those are known as what, laws of a reflection, laws of reflections, okay. That means every light when it is fall on the plane surface like mirror, it follows some laws, okay. According to that law, the light get reflected. So the first law tells you what, the angle of incident, the angle of incident, the angle of incident is equal to the angle of reflection, angle of a reflection, okay. So that means angle of incident must be equal to what, angle of reflection, okay. So this angle exactly equal to what, this angle, okay. And second is the incident ray normal and reflected ray all are lies in the same plane, all are lies in the what, a same plane, okay. So what it means actually, suppose these are the what, the rays, okay. So you can consider these are the rays, okay. Okay, now suppose this is the mirror, okay. Once it hits on the mirror, and this is what, the reflected light, this is the reflected light, okay. So better way I will show you here only, okay. So this is incident ray and this is what, a reflected ray. So this is light is incident and this is reflected, and this is nothing but the normal, okay. So if you look from the front, it looks something like this, okay. Now if you look from the either side, maybe this side or that side, you can see this makes exactly one straight line, you can see here, this makes what, exactly one straight line. That means what, incident ray, normal and the reflected ray all are in the same plane, okay. You can see here one plane will be here, okay. So they all lies in the same plane, okay. It is not like that incident ray is in this manner and the reflected ray get this way, no, okay. It all will lies in the same plane or in the same line, line, or you can say same planar, okay. So these are the what, some laws regarding the reflection of the light, okay, reflection of the light. So remember what is the meaning of reflection and the diagram, correct, and the laws of reflection. Angle of incident is equal to what, angle of reflection. If you are considering this is the mirror, this is a mirror, okay. If suppose this is the normal and if the light is incident at an angle of 30 degree, it will reflected with an angle of 30 degree itself, correct, okay. So that is nothing but the laws of a reflection itself, okay. So next is moving towards image formation in plane mirror. That means when you look into the plane mirror, you see yourself or your images appear, but how this images form, okay. So image formation in the plane mirrors. So next concept is image formation in plane mirror, image formation in the plane mirror. Okay, so now suppose if this is the mirror, this is at this point, and maybe any object or you yourself here, you can consider yourself here. Okay, and when you look into this mirror, you can see your image itself. Okay, so how this image is formed if you are considering this as a mirror? So what happens, there are several lights are emitting from this object. Okay, so when the images occur, when image is formed, so I will write it down here, image is formed when a light from the object is reflected back, is reflected on mirror. Okay, is reflected on the mirror. That means what, when you stand in front of the mirror, the light which is incident from the other sources, it has to be hit from the object to mirror, and when all the rays are reflected back, then you can see yourself. Okay, that means reflection of the light is the main reason behind that formation of the image in the mirror. Okay, so now if this is the object, there are so many lights are emitting, okay, in all possible direction. Some lights are emitting in this direction, some lights are in this direction. So there are all in random direction, lights are emitting, or light is going to be hit on this surface of the mirror. Okay, but I will not consider all the lights, I will consider only the few lights. Okay, so this is the first ray incident. Okay, and whenever the light incident perpendicular on the mirror, it is reflected as it is. Okay, so if this is the mirror, if it is incident oblique at an angle, it will reflected, of course. Okay, but if it is incident perpendicularly like this, it will reflected as it is. Okay, it will reflected as it is. Okay, so now another ray will hit in this direction, another ray will hit in this direction. So I will mention here. So this ray is hit in this direction, correct, on the mirror. So what will happen? At this particular, you have to draw the normal. So this is the angle of incident. So this ray will be follow in this direction, that is angle of reflection. Okay, to form an image, the rays after the reflection, the rays should meet with each other. But you can see this ray is traveling in this direction and this ray is reflecting in this direction. So one rays, they are traveling apart from each other. So they are not going to meet anywhere. Okay, but if you extend this inside the mirror, inside this mirror, you can observe here these rays are coming from this point, Okay, you can see these two rays are coming, appear to coming, okay, but not actually, they are coming from this point. Hence this is object, maybe coin or anything, and this is what image of that object is formed. Okay, now you can see here this is mirror, and from the mirror to object, this is the distance. At the same distance the image is formed, Okay, now this is object, okay, and this is image. Okay, this image is known as what? A virtual image. Okay, so I will write it down here. A nature of image means what kind of image you are getting here. Okay, there are different types of images are there. So telling the nature of the image means what is the size, at what distance it is formed, and where it is formed, whether it is virtual, whether it is real. That is those parameters are nothing but explaining, is nothing but the nature of the image itself. So the first one, okay, image is virtual. Okay, that means the image which cannot be taken on the screen, it is only formed inside the mirror, but you cannot take this image on the screen. So that image is known as what? A virtual. Okay, or else if the rays appears to meet, or appears to converge, or appears to diverge from any point. Okay, it means what? The rays are actually diverging in this direction. Okay, but it appears, that the rays are coming from this point and where the image is formed. Okay, so whenever such things are happen, then the virtual image is formed. Okay, but when the rays actually meet, then the real image is formed. Okay, so here, and the size of the image, size of image is same that of object. Size of the image is same that of the object itself. Okay, and the next is the distance the image is formed at same distance that of the object. Okay, so image is formed at the same distance from the mirror or inside the mirror, and this is what the image, okay, sorry, this is what the object. So this is object distance and this is image distance, both are almost same. And size, if this is the object size, if this is the coin, you will find that you will have the same size of the image. There is no increase or enhancement of the size. That means image is larger or smaller. No such cases are happening in this case of the mirror. So mirror only provide you only a good look, okay, or good image in the mirror itself, correct? Okay, so it means what, you cannot take this image on the screen, you cannot measure, okay, anything about this. You can able to see that image itself. Okay, so that's why the plane mirror has some restrictions. You cannot enlarge or diminish, that means you cannot magnify this image or demagnify this image size. Okay, you will see the same size of the image. Okay, when you look into the mirror, your size and the image size is same. Okay, so there is no change in the size of the object. Okay, so that is what the big drawback of this plane mirror. That's why the plane mirrors are not used in different things. Okay, so in vehicles we use what, a convex mirror, okay, rather than plane mirror, because they have some sort of advantages. Okay, and no real image is formed here. In case of the plane mirror, only virtual image is formed, no real image is formed. Okay, so real image means what, the image that can be taken on the screen itself. Okay, so these are the what some things regarding the image formation in mirror. Okay, so next is, so these are the what some drawbacks of the plane mirror. Hence we have to deal with what now, a spherical mirrors, because spherical mirrors are able to form both virtual and the real image. Okay, and size of the image can be changed, and the image distance and the object distance both are not same in this case of the spherical mirrors. Okay, so spherical mirrors are used, okay, to get the small image, larger image, okay, virtual image and the real image. So that's why we are going to use the spherical mirrors, or we are going to see the how the image is formed in the spherical mirrors. Okay, so first spherical mirrors. Okay, spherical mirrors. Okay, so why it is called as a spherical mirrors, because these are the mirrors which are made from the what, hollow sphere. Okay, so these spheres or these mirrors are made from the hollow sphere. Okay, so that's why it is known as what, a spherical. They are some sort of, they are not plane, they are a spherical in nature. Okay, suppose if this is the hollow sphere, okay, then okay, completely hollow sphere. Okay, now if you cut this portion little bit like bowl, okay, you can take out this outside this portion and then color code the outer portion. Outer portion, that means make it opaque, and this inner portion is silvered or reflecting surface. This portion is what, a reflecting surface. That means inner portion act as what, mirror. A mirror itself. So this is the reflecting surface. Okay, that means a mirror where you can see. Okay, and this is you can say colored coat. Okay, that is to make not transparent. Okay, so such a mirror is known as what, concave. A concave mirror. Okay, that is bulge inside where inner portion is mirror act as a what? Mirror, and the outer portion act as what? A color coated. Okay, so now if you cut this portion again, second portion, okay, and take out this outside, so you can see here this will looks something, okay. And if suppose now exactly opposite, exactly you have to do the opposite in case of this mirror, okay. So here inner portion is color coated, inner portion is not transparent, okay, and this outer portion is what? A reflecting surface, that means mirror, reflecting surface, reflecting surface. So it is known as what? A mirror, okay, mirror surface. And this is known as what? A colored coat, color coated surface, okay. So here such a mirror is known as what? A convex mirror. Such a mirror is known as a convex mirror, okay. So there are two types of mirror, one is concave and another is what? A convex mirror, okay. So here okay, so both the mirrors are different from the what? Plane mirror, because they have some curve nature, okay. And due to this curve nature, your image, when you look into this mirror, maybe convex or concave, the size of the image may be changes, okay. You may get the what? A virtual image, or you may get the real image, depending on the what? From this mirror where you are standing, or from this mirror where the object is placed, okay. And these are called as spherical mirrors because from this sphere they are made, okay. That means what? If you have the concave mirror, that means what? It is a part of some sphere, part of the some sphere. That's why these are the called as what? A spherical mirror, okay. It means if this is the center of the sphere, this is the center of the sphere, then this mirror has the center of the curvature, and that center of curvature is nothing but the center of this sphere only, okay, because this mirror is part of that sphere, that's why. So whatever the center for this curvature, same center is for the what? This sphere, okay. So whatever the radius of for this curve, the same radius is for the what? This curvature, okay, okay. So better I will write it down here, okay. So some definitions, some terms associated, some terms associated with spherical mirrors, with spherical mirrors, with spherical mirrors, okay. So first is nothing but the pole, first is nothing but the pole, it is represented by P, it is represented by P. So pole is nothing but the center of the mirror, so this point is known as what? Pole, that is nothing but the center of the mirror, from which the mirror is equally divided, mirror is equally divided, okay. So I will not write down the definitions, okay. So pole is nothing but the what? It is nothing but the center point of the mirror from which the mirror is equally divided into half, mirror is equally divided into half, okay. So if you consider here, then this must be a pole, this is what? Your pole, okay. So I will make it here, this is actually concave, this is a concave mirror, and this is a convex mirror, this is a convex mirror, okay. So here it is pole, and for this mirror here it is a pole, okay. Next, after that, second is center of curvature, center of curvature, center of curvature is represented by C, and center of curvature means what? If this is the curve, that means it is a part of some sphere, okay, and that sphere has a center. So whatever that sphere center is there, the same center is for this mirror itself. So this is the center for the sphere, okay. That means if you take this curve, so that center may be somewhere lies here itself, okay, because it is a part of that particular sphere, okay. So center of the sphere is nothing but the center of that particular sphere from which these two mirrors are made, okay. So that is nothing but the center of the curvature, that is C, okay. So you can separately, if you want, you can separately draw it like this, okay. And this center of curvature for this mirror also, it lies exactly at this point, same C, okay. Next is a radius of curvature, third, a radius of curvature, radius of curvature, that is R, okay. So radius of curvature is nothing but if you are considering this as the radius R, the same radius is for the what? This curvature, because this curvature is extracted from this sphere, okay. So whatever the radius of this curve, same radius is for this sphere, okay. So radius of curvature of this mirror, spherical mirror, is nothing but the radius of that sphere radius of that sphere from which this mirror is made, from which this mirror is made. So this is the radius of curvature for this mirror, or you can say this is also the radius of curvature for this mirror, okay, convex and concave. And then third is you can have principal axis, okay. So principal axis, it is a horizontal line, exactly passes through the pole. If you are considering this mirror, then the principal axis is nothing but this line, which is exactly passes through the pole and C, okay. So this may act as what the principal axis for both the mirrors, you can see here, okay. The horizontal line which exactly passes through the what, C and P, okay, C and P. So this line is known as what, a principal axis, okay, or major axis, okay. Next is focal length, next is focal length, that is focal point, that is capital F, okay. Now if you consider maybe this mirror, okay, so better I will make it here. If you are considering any mirror, maybe concave, okay, and this is the principal axis, okay, and this is what your pole, okay, and maybe this is center of curvature C. Now if any rays, parallel rays, when it hits on the mirror, okay, so they are reflected and pass through one point on the principal axis, after the reflection, okay, and that point is known as what, a focal point, okay. So focal point, it is an point, on principal axis, okay, on which rays after reflection actually or appears to converge, okay. So sometimes rays actually meet or appears to meet, okay. In case of the convex, they appears to meet, okay. If you see here, if these are the what, rays, okay, so this mirror is diverge the rays, okay. So you can see here, but these rays are appears to coming from this focal point, okay, but rays are actually moving away, but you can see these rays are coming from this point. So that's why it is known as what, appears to coming from this point. So here it is also a focal point, and here is also a focal point, okay. Next is a focal length. The sixth one is focal length, that is small f. Okay. So focal length is nothing but the distance from the pole, to focal point. So this distance is known as what, focal length, okay. If you are considering this as a f, then this distance from pole to focal point, this distance is known as what, a focal length, okay. So here also, from, if this is the pole, then this distance, horizontal distance, is known as what, focal point, okay. So these are the what, some definitions, terms associated with the mirrors, associated with this mirror, okay. So just pause the video and note it down, okay. So when I provide the notes, in that notes I have mentioned already the definition of each, okay. So for 1 mark they will ask what is the pole, what is the center of curvature, and radius of curvature, okay. You can draw it in one diagram or make it separately, like this, okay. If someone asks you, draw the some terms which are associated with the plane spherical mirrors. So if you draw this concave mirror, okay, so this is principal axis, okay, so this is pole, if this is center of curvature C, and here it is F, then this distance from pole to this distance is nothing but the R, radius of curvature itself, okay, and from focal point to this one P, it is nothing but the what, F, correct, okay. For this mirror also the same thing, okay. You can draw it separately or make it in this same diagram itself, okay. So next one, so I think today's lecture is enough. Okay, in the next lecture we are going to see when the rays of light are incident on the spherical mirrors, how they are going to reflect back. Okay, so what is the nature of that reflection? Okay, so till then just revise all those things. Okay, if you do not understand anything, just replay this video and see it once again and try to understand each and everything, especially these all the terms. Okay, and why we are going to learn this spherical mirrors, because these spherical mirrors are going to form both images, virtual as well as a real image. Okay, and the real image can be taken on the screen. Okay, so that is what the benefit of this spherical mirror. Okay, so these mirrors have so many advantages, so that's why we have to learn why the image is formed in that case only. Okay, so why the image is large, why the image is small. Okay, so till then see you in the next video. Thank you.
I'm an icon, man. And my girl about a 10. I should fuck her in the Benz.